Hey guys, Metal Driver here bringing you another WWE Elite review. Today I'll be looking at Series 83, Sasha Banks. Looking at the sides of the box, you see an image of Sasha Banks on both sides. The back of the box features an image of Sasha Banks, a brief bio, career highlights, a description of this figure, and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Bio includes from Boston, Massachusetts, finisher Banks statement, and a height of 5 feet 5 inches. Career highlights include Raw Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion, and NXT Women's Champion. The description states, Sasha Banks returned to Raw with new hair, a new attitude, and a definitive statement. The boss is back, and she's ready for glory. Alright, now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this figure up and take a closer look at Sasha Banks. Alright, and here is the boss, Sasha Banks, out of the packaging. But before we take a look at the figure, let's go ahead and look at the accessories that she comes with. Alright, so she comes with several pieces of accessories, which includes her entrance pair of sunglasses that says Boss on it. She comes with a pair of interchangeable gripping hands, and her hand accessories that say Legit Boss for her entrance. Alright, so taking a closer look at the sunglasses. So there it is, it's in blue, it says Boss. Now it does fit well on the figure, pretty easy to apply. So there you can see how it looks on her, perfect for her entrance. Then look at the hands with the accessories. So they do fit well on the gripping hands. This one says Legit, then we have the one that says Boss, so it looks pretty nice. Not too bad, not a whole lot of detail, and these do also fit on the open hands that come with the figure. Alright, and the final piece of accessory that she has is her entrance jacket, which looks really good. It's really well detailed, so moving her hair you can see all these details on the front. You get some silvers, some blues, all these studs. Looks really good, same thing on the other side. They've got the same style of deco on the back. Silvers, some blues. The lettering came out really nice on the back where it says The Legit Boss. Got these plastic fringes here. So really nice looking jacket, really well done. Now this is a plastic jacket so it hinders pretty much most of the articulation in the arms. But the nice thing about this jacket is that it does have these cuts here above the elbow. So it allows for the arms to actually rotate here, which is nice. It also allows for the arms to be posed in this position, because if this was a regular plastic jacket, it would be really hard to put this jacket on. So as you can see here, this part does come off. Now I'm going to be honest, I don't own any other Elite Sasha Banks figure, so I don't know if there was another one previously that had this same feature here. So if so, really nice that they're continuing to use this. If not, there's a really cool feature here. So all you gotta do is just take this off here, and then pop off the hand. So then you should be able to slip this off like so. So then taking off the rest of the jacket should be pretty easy. But a really well made jacket, looks really nice. I love how this turned out. Right then, taking a look at the head sculpt. Now this is sculpted really well. I like how this looks, it does capture Sasha's likeness pretty well. The paint apps came out very well on the figure, the lips look good, the eyes look good, so do the eyebrows. The hair is sculpted really well, it's nice and long, it's got her blue look. So a really good head sculpt, nicely done. Then looking at the body, so moving the hair out of the way, it's a bit difficult because it is a hard plastic. So the top looks pretty good. Paint's good for the most part. I don't see any sloppiness on the sides or on the front. So pretty well painted, the straps look good. The back looks pretty good as well, so pretty solid paintwork, nicely done on the straps. And she also has more paint apps on the arms with the straps here, which looks really good. Some nice paint, no fuzziness, no bad line work. The paint around the wrist looks really good as well. Look at the other arm. So some really good paintwork, so nicely done. Then she has a white wristband here, and it's black on the other side. Then we have seen this torso many times before. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this torso. I think it should be a little bit shorter. I think it's a little too long. So hopefully if we ever do get an Ultimate Edition Sasha Banks, we get a brand new torso for her. Then looking at her trunks, paint looks really good. On the trunks, the white and the blues look good. Front part is mostly black. Then on the back, it has her logo. It says Sasha Banks. Paint came out really well, especially on the lettering. Some nice good line work. Looks like some slight missing paint here on this white part. But then looking at her right leg, so we've got some sloppiness here in the paint. So we've got this extra paint here on this part of the skin tone. Some missing black paint right here at the bottom of the trunks. Then on the front, we got some additional blue paint that shouldn't be there. So it's a bit annoying, not the biggest deal in the world. I do believe I can easily get this off. Just gotta use some nail polish remover. Then look at the knee pads, they're mostly black. They've got a white and blue design that goes down into the boots. So you've got this white flame here. You've got legit on the right boot. Nice, good paintwork, good line work. Pretty clean for the most part. And look at the other side, same design, but instead on this side you've got Boss. Paint looks really good on this. Does appear to be some missing paint right here on the blue. But other than that and this part on the leg, pretty good paintwork. Pretty solid looking figure overall. Alright, then going over the articulation. So the head's on a ball joint. It can look slightly up, can look slightly down, so not a whole lot of range there. She can turn her head side to side, and it can slightly tilt, but not a whole lot. Shoulder has a hinge which allows it to go that high up and rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow which has really good range of motion. Swivel and hinge at the wrist. She has a ball joint at the diaphragm which allows her to crunch, or at least it should. However, mine is really stiff. It can't go that far back. Not a whole lot of twisting there, but she can pivot. And there is a waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips which allow the legs to go that far out. You can go that high up. There's a thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the boot. The ankle has a hinge which allows it to go that high up, that far down, and there is no ankle pivot whatsoever. Alright, and here's the new Sasha Banks, next to her sometimes friend, sometimes enemy, Elite 80 Bailey figure. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the new Elite 83 Sasha Banks? I think this is a pretty solid figure. Now mine has some minor QC problems with the paint, however that shouldn't be a widespread thing. And honestly it's not enough for me to dislike this figure because I don't really expect all my figures to be perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. So long as the figure is not incredibly flawed or the paint is so horrible that it really isn't salvageable, then in my opinion it's a solid figure. And in this case the minor paint issues can be fixed. And it isn't really difficult to fix it either. I like the accessories that she comes with. I like the head sculpt. The jacket is pretty cool, especially with the cutoff part here for the sleeve. So overall, it's a really solid figure. If you're a fan of Sasha Banks, you're a fan of women's wrestling, I think this is a figure you should definitely pick up. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more WWE Elite reviews. Follow me on social medias and keep up to date with all my wrestling figure photography. And I'll see you next time.